Yes, Andarki, good morning. Today we will see the classification of car data. I think in our previous class we completed that the general characters of car dates. What are the primary fundamental general characters and what are other important identification characters or characters of all car dates? That kind of topic was already over. Now today we will see what is the classification of car data. I think once again all of you say, is it clear? Even vision and audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Still some people are trying to come. So all of you immediately join. So now at this point of 33 people are Akila, 33 people are there. You take a screenshot now.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Yes, 35 people. Very good. Now, yes, today we will discuss about classification. Classification of cardates. Okay. You listen carefully. It will be very easy if you listen carefully. Yes, I write here. All of you say now board is visible or not visible. Everything you say according to your answer. I can change my direction towards the board also. Now car dates. Car data, that phylum is having some important fundamental characters. What are the characters? One is having notochord, a dorsal tubular nerve cord, and other one is pharyngeal gill slits, and other one is post anal tail. Post anal tail. So organisms which are having such characteristic features will comes under cardates. Okay. Organisms which are now having all these characters will comes under cardates. Here, that cardata is divided into Eurocardata. Before that, yes, you write like this: Eurocardata, Cephalocardata, and the third one is Vertebrata. Okay. Yes. This Eurocardata and Cephalocardata collectively, these two called as a protocardates. These protocardates are not having any cranium. So, a craniata. Okay. Now here vertebrata. Here vertebrata is called as craniata because of they have a cranium in their body. Yes. Now the chordata, all these are organisms are with a notochord in their body. Dorsal tubular nerve cord is in their body. Pharyngeal gill slits are also present in their body. Post anal tail also will be present. Any organism, if it is having all these characters, will comes under chordates. Now, such organisms are again classified based on some characters. So, one is Eurochordata, Cephalochordata, and Vertebrata. Okay, Eurochordata, Cephalochordata, and Vertebrata. They are nothing but subphylum. Subphylum. So there are three subphylums are here under a phylum Chordata. Okay, this is also a subphylum, etc. Because of only one character, based on that character, the entire Chordata phylum can be divided into three subphylum. That character is a notochord. Okay, a rigid, stiff, strong, elastic a structure, it will be present on their back. Okay, maximum that notochord is present in the tail of the organism. So all organisms they are having a notochord. Now they will group under Eurochordata. They grouped under Eurochordata. Now Cephalochordata, in which cephalon means head, chorda means notochord. So notochord is present in the head region. Notochord here is present in the tail, means euro. Euro means tail. Notochord is present in the tail. So all organisms are grouped under Eurochordata. The animals which are having a notochord in their head region, all will grouped under Cephalochordata. Here come to this vertebrata. Here notochord, that word is not at all there. Notochord word is not at all there. Notochord is not there completely. At least in Eurochordata we are saying that notochord is present in the tail of them. In Cephalochordata, notochord is present in their head region. But now here, in the case of this, no notochord. That is completely replaced by vertebral column. Vertebral column. Okay. Notochord is completely absent in vertebrata, but that is totally replaced by vertebral column. Yes, that is the information. So this is a subphylum, this is a subphylum, this is also a subphylum. All these three subphylums are developed from a phylum Chordata based on one property. That property here is notochord. If it is present or absent, if it is present, where it is present, if it is absent, which one was modified to which one. So based on that characteristic features, that phylum Chordata can be divided into Eurochordata, Cephalochordata, and Vertebrata. Now this Eurochordata and Cephalochordata collectively together we call them as a protochordates. Collectively we call them as a protochordates. ఇంకా చెప్పాలి అంటే లోయర్ కార్డేట్స్. Lower chordates or protochordates are nothing but Eurochordata and Cephalochordata. Collectively we have to call them as a lower chordates. Now they don't have any cranium. No cranium. Completely cranium is absent. Completely cranium is absent. Yes, is it visible all of you? మా ఎవరికి వినపడలేదా? Yes, cranium. Respond కండి. Is it visible? Anybody in the class? Yes? గట్టిగా చెప్పండి. Yes, is it clear? Everything is visible. This card data can be divided into three. ఒక్క నిమిషం సార్, ఓపెన్ అవుతున్నాయి సార్. నిన్న ఒకటి నేను పొరపాటు చేసినాను, ఆయన చెప్పినాడు. అది చేసినది కూడా అది కాకుండా
అది ముందు ఆడియో మ్యూట్ చేయి.
ఓకే సార్.
పీజీ ఎప్పుడు చెప్తావా?
2 లెసన్లు కాదు సార్, ఒక లెసన్లో 6 అవర్స్ ఉన్నాయి అంతే. ఈ వీక్లో
ఈ వీక్లో అంటే వాళ్ళకి ఎగ్జామ్స్ వస్తున్నాయి.
సో మోస్ట్లీ 5 డేస్లో వస్తుంది సార్. అమ్మా, ఈజ్ ఇట్ క్లియర్? Is it clear? Now letters which are present on the board is clearly visible or not? Yes. So protocardata, here is the lower cardata and they don't have any cranium, so we call them as a acraniata. Here is the vertebrata. Now that subphylum vertebrata, here we call them as a craniata because of cranium is present in their body. And one more another thing is a vertebral column is there instead of notochord. Notochord is completely absent, that is replaced by vertebral column. Okay. Now this one, this urochordata మేము రాస్తే కనపడుతుందా డౌన్వర్డ్ డైరెక్షన్ లో? Urochordata again divided into Ascidiaceae, Thaliaceae, Larvaceae. Ascidiaceae, Thaliaceae, Larvaceae, there are 3 kinds are here. Okay. Ascidiaceae, Thaliaceae, Larvaceae. Okay. These 3 divisions are here, especially under Urochordata. They are the classes here. Now vertebrata. And that vertebrata, that is divided into 2 divisions. 2 divisions. Two divisions are there. The division 1 here is Aneta. Another one is the Gnathostomata. Aneta and Gnathostomata. Aneta here is jawless organisms. Jawless organisms. Okay. Gnathostomata here is jaws are present. Jaws are present. Okay. Yes. Vertebrata, other name that one is a craniata. Here is a vertebral column is there. మా వినపడుతుందా? వినపడుతుందా అందరికి? హలో హలో, గట్టిగా చెప్పండి. Now Aneta and Gnathostomata. Under Aneta, completely which one is jaws are absent. Jaws are absent. Now Gnathostomata, jaws are present. Okay. Now again this Aneta can be divided into ostracoderm, ostracoderm, ostracoderms are there, and cyclostomata is there. Ostracoderm and cyclostomata. Ostracoderm all are extinct. Cephalaspis is the example, and cyclostomata here is jawed, extant living organisms. What they are? They are now available. They are jawed organism, extinct organism, means they are available at now. Living organism, in which that cyclostomata, there are two things are here: Petromyzon and Myxin. Petromyzon and Myxin, these two are there. Petromyzon and Myxin. Okay. Now come to the division. Gnathostomata. Gnathostomata. That Gnathostomata is divided into two superclasses. Two superclasses. One superclass here is Pisces. Okay. Pisces. Pisces, in which Placodermi, Chondrichthyes, Astichthyes. Okay. Placodermi fishes, in which what are here? Placodermi. One. Second one is Chondrichthyes. Third one is Astichthyes. So there are three different kinds of fishes are there, collectively called as a Pisces, that is the superclass Pisces. Okay, all are fishes. Placodermi, mostly extinct organism. Chondrichthyes, they are also fishes, but their skeleton is made up of cartilage. Astichthyes, they are also fishes, their skeleton is made up of bony. Bones are there. Bony fishes, cartilaginous fishes. Okay, bony fishes and Astichthyes, cartilaginous fishes and Chondrichthyes. Placodermi, most of them are extinct. All these three are said to be superclass Pisces. Now the other one is superclass is the Tetrapoda. Superclass here is Tetrapoda. Now in this Tetrapoda, which one is there? Amphibia, reptilia, aves, mammals. Amphibia, reptilia, aves, mammals. Amphibia, reptilia, aves and mammals, all these four are available, are there. Okay, they are now nothing but known as a classes. Okay, so this is the brief outline classification regarding the phylum Chordata. Once again, the Chordata. Now the Chordata is divided into three subphylums: Urochordata, Cephalochordata, Vertebrata. In Urochordata, the notochord is there but present in their tail. Cephalochordata, notochord is there but present in their head. Vertebrata, notochord is not there, notochord is disappear. It is totally replaced by a vertebral column. Urochordata, Cephalochordata, collectively we called as a protochordates. Okay. Now we call them as acraniatans, because of cranium is completely absent in their head. Okay. cranium is absent for them, and we call them as a lower chordates. Now, in which the urochordata can be divided into three: Ascidia, Caliacea, Larvaceae. Okay. Now here cephalocordate. The only one important thing here is you have to remember. It is the only one subphylum are having a permanent chordata characters. I think in the case of urochordata, a retrogressive metamorphosis, that process will be happen. A retrogressive metamorphosis, that process will be happen. So whatever the tail present in their body will be loosened. That may be present in their larval condition. When they become adult, they lose their tail. Once they lose their tail, automatically that particular part, notochord present in their tail also will be loosened from them. Hence, notochord may not be there permanently in the case of urochordata. Already in vertebrata, no notochord, completely that is absent, that is replaced by vertebral column. And another one is cephalocordata. Here is, in this cephalocordata, that notochord is present throughout their life. Hence, they are called as a typical vertebrate, typical chordates. Typical chordates or model chordates. Why we call them as a typical? Because of they can able to persist all the fundamental chordata characters throughout their life. Okay. Now, one by one we will see. Yes, acrania. Already I have given explanation for that. Protochordate and a craniata, that is a euchordate, which show some contrasting characters. Already we know about it. Now, group acrania here, that is a protochordata. Means A means absent, cranium means head, protos means first, chorda means chord. So all are marine, small, primitive, lower chordates. No cranium, no jaws, no vertebral column, no paid appendages. Nearly about 2000 species are available in this. So the acrania is divided into two subphyla. Okay, two subphyla. Yes, because of according to some of the scientists' opinion, hemichordata also will comes under this. Hence, they have written like that three. But hemichordata we read it separately. Now urochordata, cephalocordata, and vertebrata only will be there. But urochordata and cephalocordata both will be under acrania. So there are two subphyla in which urochordata and cephalocordata here. Now, what is the urochordata? Uro means tail, chorda means notochord. So notochord and naruchord in a tail only in a minute free swimming tadpole larva. So notochord is present in their tail. Adult shack-like covered with a tunic, and very important because of their body wall is composed of a protein that may be look like as a cellulose-like material, that is called as a tunicin. So made up of a tunicin, hence it is called as a tunicata. Tunicin is nothing but known as a test. Their body wall is made up of a separate special kind of protein called as a tunicin. It now known as a test. Okay. Usually no notochord, naruchord, reduced to ganglia, no cilium, segmentation, etc. But urochordate lo మనం ఏం చూడగలుగుతాం? Notochord is only in their tail region. So what are the examples for this? Headmania. Okay. Headmania, Salfa, Doliolum, Icopleura, etc. Now that urochordata can be divided into three classes. One is Ascidiaceae. For this, examples are Headmania, and other one is Now class 2 Thalliaceae. Example Salpa, Doliolum and Pyrrhizoma. Yes, Thalliaceae. What are the examples are here? Salpa, Doliolum and Pyrrhizoma. And class 3 Larvaceae, that is Appendicularia. Example Ichopleura, Ichopleura. Okay. Now one by one we will see Acidiaceae. Acidiaceae. They are sessile tunicates. They are sessile tunicates. Scattered muzzle in tunic, solitary, colonial or compound ones. Gill slits are many. Tunic is well developed, permanent. Ascidians are sea squids. Simply we call them as a sea skirts because of see the diagram. Here is anterior aperture is there. See this here, anterior branchial aperture is there. Here atrial aperture is there. Whenever they disturb, they feel that there will be some problem in their living habitat, or whenever predator comes very near to them, in such conditions also they can eject whatever the water present in their body through these two apertures. One is a brachial aperture, other one is a atrial aperture, just like a water comes from fountain. Hence we call them as a sea squirts. Sea squirts. Okay. So this is the Headmania diagram. Okay. This is a good example for Acidiaceae. In this Acidiaceae, what will happen? A retrogressive metamorphosis is there. Retrogressive metamorphosis. What is the retrogressive metamorphosis? In generally, metamorphosis means a larva is converted to adult. But larva will have some not advanced systems in their body, not well developed systems in their body. Simply, when it converted into adult, automatically what will happen? Highly well developed systems will develop in their body when they become adult. Yes. Now in the case of Urochordata, here is a larva will have all chordata characters, but when they are converting into adult, all these advanced chordata characters are going to be loosened by them. Okay. All advanced characters, all fundamental chordata characters which are present in the larva, they are notochord, dorsal tubular nerve cord, pharyngeal gill slits and post-anal tail, etc. All are having in that. But when it converted into adult, all these advanced characters are, all these chordata characters are maybe loosened by them. Hence, that mode of metamorphosis is called as a retrogressive metamorphosis. Nervous system is also not well developed in the adult. The entire nervous system will be in the form of a ganglia, and they lose their tail because of adult form will be sedentary in mode of living. They have to be attached to the substratum and live. They do not move. Hence, tail also will be loosened by them. Once tail is loosened, automatically what will happen? The notochord present in their tail also will be loosened. Having a notochord is the unique fundamental chordata character that is seen in larva, but now that is not seen in adult. Hence, that mode of metamorphosis called as a retrogressive metamorphosis. Yes. Now, for this Acidiaceae, examples are Headmania and Siona, etc. Okay. Now, another one is Thalliaceae, that is also a class present in subphylum Urochordata. They are free swimming organism and pelagic tunicates with circular muscles. You remember that? Circular bands in tunic. So many circular bands are there. See here, all are bands, circular bands are here. Includes 3 order and 5 families, 9 genera and nearly 30 species are here. Example is Salpa, Doliolum and Pyrrhizoma. Salpa and Doliolum and pyrosoma are the good example for Thalliaceae. Salpa and Doliolum both will see they shows alternative generation. Okay. Now class 3, that is a Larvaceae or Appendicularia. Larvaceae or Appendicularia. Larvaceae or Appendicularia. Larvaceae or Appendicularia. That is the thing. Okay. Yes, Larvaceae or Appendicularia. They are the third class of subphylum. Here is the Urocardata. Okay, Urocardata lo unnatuvanti that is also one of the class, that is the Larvaceae. You remember that Ichopleura. Here is Ichopleura. One of the important process, that is neoteny, will be exhibited by this neoteny. Okay, neoteny, a process will be exhibited by this Ichopleura because of, yes, getting చెప్పండి. Yes, Larvaceae or Appendicularia, that is the third class of subphylum Urocardata. They are transparent, free-floating organisms. Adults retain many larval features, including tail. Only two gill slits are there. Tunic not persistent. Include 2 orders, 2 families, and 5 genera, and 3 species are also here. Ichopleura is the best example. Okay, I think here the larval life will be extended. Larval life is going to be extended because of, for example, metamorphosis, the process, if it is delayed, what will happen? The larva do not converted into, either do not modify to adult. Yes, no modifications are made in the larva because of that larva is not undergone to metamorphosis. That may be due to the lack of some hormones may be present in their body, or maybe iodine may not be there in their life. If they are feeding, a feeding material is without iodine, what will be happen? If iodine is not there, thyroxine hormone may not be secreted properly by thyroid gland. Automatically the process of metamorphosis will be delayed. Yes, because of thyroxine, a hormone is needed for the metamorphosis process. If they are grown, if they are feeding, if they are taking a feeding is without iodine, or a less iodine, automatically that gland also may not be properly developed in them, and that thyroxine hormone also may not be secreted properly by that gland. Hence, thyroxine hormone levels will be very low in their body. Hence, the metamorphosis process may be delayed. It may takes more time. Meanwhile, the larva will get sexually maturity, that will go for sexual reproduction and produces young one. I mean, an organism which look like as a larva, but again able to produce an organism, that is individual, means the larval life is going to be extended. That larva called as a neotenous larva. That process of giving young one is called as a neoteny. Okay? Yes. Now, Cephalocardata. Here is cephalon means head, carda means as usually notochord. So notochord and nerve cord are present throughout their life. Throughout their life, notochord will be there. Okay. Yes, hence we call them as a typical chordates, a model chordates, typical chordates or model chordates, etc. They include 1 class, 1 family, and 2 genera, and 30 species are here. Class Leptocardi, that is a body fish-like, segmented with numerous gill slits. free swimming and burrowing launchlets. Example is branchiostoma or amphiaxis. Okay, so the diagram is branchiostoma. Now, contrasting characters in between protochordata and euchordata, that is the vertebrata, we will see now. Group A craniae and another one is A craniae, one group, and craniata is another group. Or protochordata at one side or higher chordata at one side. Urochordata and cephalochordata both collectively together as a protochordate. They are also called as acranians. Now vertebrates are said to be higher chordates or euchordate or craniatans. Now protochordata here is exclusively they are marine. Okay, small sized chordates. But higher chordata organisms in vertebrates, here aquatic are there, terrestrial organisms are there, mostly large sized vertebrates. So for acraniata, exclusively marine organisms, small sized chordates. Here aquatic or terrestrial and mostly large sized vertebrates. Now acrania appendages are here, head and exoskeleton. So appendages are absent, head is absent, exoskeleton is absent in acrania. But in higher vertebrates, higher chordates, that is the vertebrates, usually two pairs of appendages are there, well developed head and exoskeleton is also present. Okay, here exoskeleton is absent in protochordata, exoskeleton is present in chordata, that is vertebrata, that is a higher chordata, that is craniata also. Now coelom, enterocoelic coelom arising from embryonic archenteron. Here coelom means here higher vertebrates, in both of them enterocoelic manner of coelom is there. Enterocoelomic manner. Okay, there is no schizocoelic method of coelom in the case of chordates. Because of that schizocoelic method of coelom will be present in annelidans, arthropods and molluscans only. But now in the case of from echinodermata onwards, echinodermata, hemichordata, chordata, all organisms are with enterocoelomic coelom only. Now in the case of protochordata, notochord persistent, skull, cranium and vertebral column is absent. Here notochord covered or replaced by a vertebral column. Okay, skull and cranium will develop, well developed in this. Pharynx here having a permanent gill slits or gill clefts. Here pharyngeal gill slits or gill clefts persist or disappear. Endostyle is absent. Heart without chamber when present in the case of protochordata. Heart is made up of 2 to 3 or 4 chamber in the case of higher chordates. Blood contains RBCs in higher chordates. Here blood corpuscles are absent in the blood in the case of lower chordates, that is a protochordata. Kidneys are protonephridia in protochordate. Kidneys are meso or metanephridia in the case of higher chordates. Sexes are separate or united. Reproduction asexual as well as sexual. Gonoducts usually absent in protochordates. Here sexes are separate. Only sexual reproduction, gonoducts always present. Here in the case of protochordata, development indirect with a free swimming larval stage. Here in higher chordates, development indirect or direct, with or without a larva. Okay, so all are said to be the differential characters in between protochordata and higher chordata. Okay, I think this Protochordata exclusively marine. Here is terrestrial organisms and large sized body. Here is a very small sized body. So in both of them, coelom is enterocoelomic method. Enterocoelomic method. Enterocoelomic method. Okay. Enterocoelomic method. So enterocoelomic method. Here also enterocoelomic method. Enterocoelomic method of coelom here will be there. Yes. Now other one is notochord persistent. Here notochord is covered or replaced by vertebral column. Here skull is there. Skull is there. So skull, cranium and vertebral column all are absent in the case of protochordata. But in the case of here, that is euchordata or higher chordata, which one is there? Vertebral column is there, skull is there, cranium also well developed here. Now pharynx having a permanent gill slits or gill clefts are there. Endostyle present here. Here pharyngeal gill slits or gill clefts are persist or disappear. Endostyle is absent. Now heart is without chambers when present. Red blood corpuscles are completely absent in the blood in the case of protochordate. Here in the case of higher chordata, blood corpuscles, that is RBCs, are present. But in the case of protochordata, kidneys are protonephridia. Here in the case of higher chordata, there will be meso and metanephridia. Meso and metanephridia. Meso and metanephridia. Now sexes are separate here, are united. Reproduction may be asexual as well as sexual, but in the case of here, sexes are separate. Only sexual reproduction is there. Gonoducts always present. Okay. So here the development is indirect with a free swimming larval stage, but in the case of here, the development is indirect or direct, with or without a larval stage. Okay, they are the differences between acrania and craniata. This is protochordata, this is higher chordata. Yes, is it clear? Yes, very good. Now once again we will see all the other important characteristic features. Already I have given the information regarding the classification of chordates. All of you see once again here. This is the classification. Yes, board కనబడుతుందా అందరికి? This is the chordata. That chordata, that phylum generally will have a 4 important fundamental characters. They are presence of a notochord, dorsal tubular nerve cord, pharyngeal gill slits, post-anal tail. Okay, all these are present in chordate. But now here, in the case of urochordata, notochord is present in the tail of the organism. Okay, and a special kind of mechanism, that is a retrogressive metamorphosis, also will be there. Due to that process, the tail also will be loosened by them, notochord also will be loosened by them. So notochord may be present in the larval condition only. That we have to remember all the time. In the case of cephalochordata, what will be happen? That notochord is present in the head. They do not lose their head. Hence, all the time they will have a notochord throughout their life. Hence, we named them as a typical chordates. ఏమ్మా వినపడుతుందా? Typical chordates or model chordates. Okay. Now, other one is vertebrata. Here is they have a cranium also, craniata. Okay, this vertebrata can be divided into two divisions. One is a Aenata and other one is a Gnathostomata. Yes, see this. Is it clear? ఇక్కడ కనపడుతుందా? This is Aenata. This is a Gnathostomata. Aenata, A means absence. Gnatha means jaws. So jaws are absent in them. Their jaws are absent. Jawless organisms. Now osteoderms and cyclostomata. There are two kinds are here. Osteoderm organisms are completely disappear. Cephalaspis is the example for that. And cyclostomata, they are now available. Lively condition, they are available. Okay. So the living organism without jaw is cyclostomatans. And especially one important character is there in their body, that is a round mouth will be there. A round mouth will be there. A round mouth will be there. Circular mouth is there. So the mouth opening here, how it is? Circular mouth. Circular mouth. The mouth opening here is always circular, hence called as a cyclostomata. Cyclostomata. Cyclo means cyclical, circular. Stoma means mouth. Okay, so a mouth is with circular in nature. Hence we named them as a cyclostomata. Petromyzon and myxin are the good examples which are present under this cyclostomata. Myxinidia, Petromyzontidia, etc. are there in them. Petromyzon and myxin is there. Petromyzon is generally lamprey, myxin is generally hugfish. Petromyzon is ectoparasite. Myxin is a kind of detrivore that feed on decaying organic matter. Okay. Yes. In life history of Petromyzon, Ammocetus, a larva also will be seen. So such a characters we will learn in another class. Now, see here, is it visible? Gnathostomata, is it visible? Gnatho means jaws. Okay. Stoma means mouth. So within a mouth, which one is there? Jaws are there. Jaws are there. Ante. దవడలు కలిగిన జీవులు అవన్నీ gnathostomatata, jawed organisms. Such jawed organisms are divided into two superclasses. One is a superclass species and other superclass is a tetrapoda. Superclass one is Placodermi, Chondrichthyes, Osteichthyes. So Osteichthyes species are now, their skeleton is made up of bony material, and Chondrichthyes, their skeleton is made up of cartilaginous material, and Placodermi. Okay, all these three collectively called as a pieces. That is a superclass one. Another superclass here is anybody? Yes, a tetrapoda. Now on this tetrapoda, amphibia, reptilia, aves and mammalia, all these classes are included. So tetrapoda, the first tetrapoda here is the amphibia. The first tetrapodons are amphibia. Okay. Yes. Yes, anybody? Any doubt? Say loudly. Yes, is it clear? Good. So here my question is, which subphylum will have a permanent chordata characters? Yes, cephalochordata. Which subphylum will have a notochord in their tail? Yes, Urochordata. Okay. Other name of Urochordata here is tunicata. ఏమంటారు? Other name of Urochordata here is tunicata. Why we called it as a Urochordata? Because the notochord is present in the tail of the organism. The notochord is present in the tail of the organism, hence we are calling them as a urochordates. Okay. Why we call them as a tunicata? Because of their body wall will have a tunicin, a special kind of a protein that will be the similar with the cellulose like material. So due to the presence of a tunicin, that is called as a tunicata. A covering protecting layer that is made up of a tunicin in the name of a test. T-E-S-T, test. So presence of a test, presence of a tunicin, hence we named them as a tunicata. Okay. So urochordata, tunicata, both are same. Best example for urochordata? Anybody in the class? Yes. Headmania, headmania, herdmania. Okay. Headmanians are generally called as a sea skirts. ఏమంటారు? Sea skirts. Because of, see this diagram. Here there are two apertures are here. One is a bronchial aperture, other one is a atrial aperture. Wherever, whenever they are feel that there are, or there is a danger, or there is a predator, or there is a enemy, in such conditions, whatever the water present in their body will come out by forcefully through this anterior bronchial aperture and posterior atrial aperture. So through the bronchial aperture and through the atrial aperture, water comes out forcefully from the body to outside, just like a water comes from fountain. Hence we named them as a sea skirts. Once water is flowing out forcefully, the predator is not able to see this, immediately it can escape out. Okay. So like this. Under Thaliaceae, sulfa, doliolum and pyrosoma are the good examples for this. They also are the examples for alternative generation. And circular muscles are there, importantly will seen in their body. You see this. And other one is another class under Urochordata, that is a Larvaceae. దానికి ఇంకొక పేరేమి అపెండిక్యులేరియా. There is a teeny, a transparent, free floating adults. Retain many larval features including tail. Only 2 gill slits are there. Yes. Now Icopleura is the best example for neoteny. Good. So up to this we completed the classification of chordata. Okay. Yes, may I close it? Good. Is it clear? All of you understand it clearly? Yes. Now at this level I can stop it. Yes. Any one of you? Yes. Okay.